What's good, everyone? Today we're going over how to make a future rave style lead. Now, there's many flavors of future style lead you guys will hear in many songs, but I'm going to show you guys pretty much the main style of lead, and then from there you guys can take it many different directions. You guys can download this vital preset down below for free, along with that bass you guys heard in the intro as well. I'll probably make a video of how to make that bass, but for right now we're just going to be talking about how to make that lead. This lead's actually really simple to make from a sound design perspective. Here's what it sounds like by itself. All right, so the first thing is the initialized preset. We're just gonna leave it like this. We don't need to add any more oscillators for this. Could we if we wanted to? Absolutely. But for right now, we're just gonna leave it like this. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of white noise. We'll turn that on, route this to filter 2, and then we'll put this into low cut. We could put the resonance down right here because by default, it's at 50%. Then we could change it to 24 dBs. And I like to do this just to EQ out all the low end of that white noise. And then after that, I like to drag macro 1 onto the level of that. And then after that, we could just mix it in. Now we can head on over to that envelope, and you could put the sustain all the way down and then put a little bit of decay. But I prefer to do those short notes in the actual MIDI because sometimes we want to mix in longer notes. And instead of like duplicating a synth, tweaking that one, if we just do shorter notes in the MIDI, we can leave space for long notes like this one. So with that said, I like to keep the sustain all the way up, and we could add a little bit of attack. Next, we can put one voice of unison because it is a lead. We don't need to have any more notes playing. Then now we can head on over to the effects. We're going to come back to the LFO section after the effects, but for right now, we're going to shape the sound further in the effects. First, we could add a little bit of compression. That's going to give us that really OTT style sound. And one more thing, we could dial back the release a little bit as well. Then after that, we can mess with the release of the compressor and the attack. It's similar to the envelope, but this is just going to give us a different shape. You guys can hear that when we put the release further down, it lets in more of that white noise. And then what I want to do now actually is put a filter on top. We'll keep it 12 dBs, and then we could put the resonance kind of around 25%, and then we're going to put this near the top. And this is just going to cut off a lot of the crispy frequencies, the really high ones, because that white noise is adding a lot of highs, but sometimes it can be a little too much, but this is where it comes in all to taste. And that little resonance is giving us like a little bit of like a nasal feel. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of chorus. It actually sounds cool with the chorus before. It's like it's in like a big hall or something, but we're gonna put it after. By default, it's before, but I like to have it after just so we get the standard chorus effect. Then we can add a little EQ, low cut. Then now we can just add a really big reverb, and that's really it for the effects. We can make this really big, like 3 seconds or so. We can mix that in. Now, heading back to the main section, like I was saying before, we're gonna mess with the LFOs now. If I play this phase, if I go back and forth with it, up and down, you guys can hear it changes pitch just a little bit. So with that said, we can put an LFO on the phase. We can make it bipolar. And then what we're going to do is put it to just a little bit. So we can drag macro 2 onto the inside of that LFO circle. It's basically just a mix knob, so we can drag it on. Also, one more thing, make sure you put it to 1/16 as well, so we get that fast vibrato effect. Then you can also put it to, I think, sync mode. Just a little bit is going to be really good. We could label this vibrato. Label that vibrato. And we could leave this just pretty low for right now during the actual sound, but we could automate it in the future if we wanted to. So we could do something like. Now the last thing is going to be that second LFO, and you guys can see the MIDI here. There's one long note. and there's a little pitch bend on that note. So it goes boo, it goes down in pitch. And instead of getting a automation clip and doing that manually, we could do it inside the actual synth. So for LFO2, what we're gonna do is right click here, enter value point. We're gonna do 0.5, okay? That's gonna make that in the middle. And then we're gonna do the same thing over here, 0.50. So now it's flat. If we drag this onto the fine pitch, we can make it bipolar. And then now whatever we tell the LFO to do, that's what it's gonna go. It's gonna go down, it's gonna go up. It depends whatever we tell it to do. So now we can just double left click on the LFO, drag this to the bottom right, make this a quarter note. And then now if we play, let's actually drag this out a little more. We can drag macro 3 onto that as well. We'll put it full blast though. Now inside of the MIDI, when we play it for that quarter note, it's gonna go down in pitch. And then we could also make this go up as well if we wanted to. And that's really it for the actual sound here. A lot of the shaping of it is going to come from what you guys can add to it. For example, we could add another saw wave. We could go put some more voices of unison, make it really wide. Maybe we could add that chorus beforehand, and then now we have a completely different style of sound in a way. There's a million things that we could do, but that's it for this one, Future Rave Leads. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys can download this preset and the bass preset down below for free at my website, theklingmusic.com. If you guys want to see anything else for Vital, let me know down below. And that's it for this video. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.